They say the desert is empty, but those who have crossed it know better. The wind carries forgotten names, the stars remember ancient journeys. Every grain of sand has witnessed a forgotten tale. Long before kingdoms rose, the desert was already telling stories. Stories of kings and merchants, of warriors and wanderers, of promises, magic, and the unseen. Tonight, beneath the same stars that watch those legends unfold, we journey into one of the oldest tales ever told, the story of the merchant and the genie. Long ago, a wealthy merchant set out on a journey across the desert. His business often took him far from home, across endless dunes and lonely roads. One hot afternoon, he stopped beneath the shade of a tree to rest. He opened a small bag of dates, ate them one by one, and carelessly tossed the pits onto the ground. The moment the last pit left his hand, the earth shook. A towering genie appeared in a whirlwind of smoke, his eyes burning with fury, and in his hand he carried a gleaming sword. "You have killed my son," the genie said. "Now you must die." The merchant was horrified. "I have killed no one," he replied. "There is no one here but us." The genie answered, "My son was passing through this place unseen by human eyes. One of the date pits you threw struck him and killed him. By your hands he has died, and by my hands you shall die." The merchant fell on his knees. "It was an accident," he pleaded. "I never intended to harm anyone. I have a wife, children, and responsibilities waiting for me at home. Have mercy." The genie remained unmoved. Justice demands a life for a life. The merchant begged until at last the genie agreed to a single condition. "You may return home for 1 year, put your affairs in order, say farewell to your family. But when the year has ended, you must return to this very place. If you break your promise, I will find you wherever you hide." The merchant, though terrified, gave his word. He returned home, settled his debts, distributed his wealth fairly, cared for his family, and prepared them for life without him. As the year came to an end, he faced an impossible choice. He could flee forever, or keep the promise he made to a supernatural being. Choosing horror over fear, the merchant returned to the lonely tree in the desert. He waited quietly, accepting that death was near. As he waited, an old man approached, leading a graceful gazelle. The old man asked why anyone would wait alone in such a desolate place. The merchant told him everything. Before long, a second old man arrived, leading 2 black dogs. He too listened in amazement. Then a third old man appeared, guiding a mule. The 3 strangers remained with the merchant, determined to witness whatever would happen. As the sun began to set, the air grew cold. A violent wind swept across the sand. The genie returned. His anger had not faded. He raised his sword and prepared to carry out his sentence. Before he could strike, the first old man stepped forward. "Mighty genie," he said, "the story of this gazelle is more astonishing than the merchant's crime. If I tell it to you and you find it wondrous, will you forgive 1/3 of this man's punishments?" The genie agreed. The old man began a tale filled with betrayal, jealousy, and powerful magic. When he finished, even the genie admitted the story was astonishing. "I forgive 1/3 of the merchant's debts." Then the second old man came forward. "My tale of these 2 black dogs is stranger still." The genie listened. By the end, he was equally amazed. "I forgive another 1/3, the genie said. Finally, the third old man told the story of the mule he led beside him, a tale of deception, transformation, and justice. When he finished, the genie stood silent for a moment. Then his face expression softened. "Your stories have moved me. He declared, "I'll release the merchant completely." The sword disappeared. The wind became still. The merchant's life had been saved not by wealth, strength, or battle, but by the power of wisdom and storytelling. And so ends the tale of the merchant and the genie, the first great story that opens the legendary collection known as 1001 Nights. A reminder that sometimes the greatest power in the world is not force, but a story well told. The story of the merchant and the genie comes from 1001 Nights, also known as the Arabian Nights, one of the most famous collections of stories in world literature. Its exact origin is unknown. You can say that 1001 Nights is a legendary collection of tales passed down across Persia, India, and the Arab world before being preserved in Arab. For centuries, these stories have captured listeners with their magic, wisdom, and unforgettable characters. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.